I'm 36 years old today. I never thought I would outlive either of my children. Birthdays are an opportunity for us to reflect on the last year of our lives and decide how we want to adjust our trajectory for the year ahead. All I seem to be able to think about is Allison's death. It's funny how death teaches you about life. It's so easy to get wrapped up in life, consumed by the mindless, buzzing minutiae of things that we think are important. A deadline at work, the fashion choices we make, social media, having the newest iPhone. We as a collective society focus so much on these kinds of things. In some ways, life is designed to get you caught up by them. Pitfalls that we feel forced to step in. We really do lose sight of the forest because of all of the trees. We forget that there are really only two things in life that matter: love and each other. I've always been introverted. This doesn't mean that I have a natural aversion to people or social situations. It merely means that I tend to recharge my batteries in quiet solitude instead of surrounded by people and the energy they bring. My 12+ years in the military have forced me to move a handful of times, including 3 trips overseas. Each time I arrived somewhere different, I was forced to assimilate with a new group of people. Many connections were made but not maintained. They get lost in time. The routine of making and losing friends on repeat has exhausted me. My 30s have taught me that I prefer a very small circle of close, trustworthy people. This, coupled with my natural introversion, has nudged me to the point where it was perhaps not to my benefit. The scale has been tipped on the side of isolation. A common theme of my writing lately is sharing lessons that time is teaching me since Allison's death. This video is no exception. Grief, time, anger. Today we add people to the list. The way I feel about people and my connection to them is evolving each day. Losing my daughter, especially in the way in which she was lost, will undoubtedly be the darkest hour of my life. Loss of this caliber drives a stake through your social life. It becomes a painful, divisive mechanism, forcibly separating the people in your life into 2 general categories. Those that recoil from the ugly discomfort of grief, unable to bear witness to your pain, and those that are brave enough to sit beside you and acknowledge your agony. It's startling to see who ends up on which side of the divide. I didn't see it coming. Many of the closest people in my life have withdrawn in totality. It makes you feel so broken, like your grief is contagious. It's as if people think that by continuing to associate with me, their kids will do the same thing that Allison did. Grief brings many losses. I mourn for much more than just the loss of my daughter. I've lost a lot of other people along the way. Just as astonishing are the people who painfully open their hearts wide to try and soothe even a fraction of my hurt. Sometimes it's people I haven't seen or really talked to in over a decade. Sometimes complete strangers. A friendly family of fellow Michiganders wandering the same hiking trail as me. My son's academic counselor at college. A friendly face that works several cubicles over, but I lack a name. Time and time again, these people have been wellsprings of compassion, oases in the barren desert of grief that my life has become. It never ceases to amaze me. If nothing else, losing my daughter has forced my heart open, even just a little bit. My grief often outweighs my introversion. I have become less afraid to tell my story, to make my pain known, to share the beautiful memory of my daughter with the world. This has become an integral constant in the love yourself equation. I truly believe that we are all connected. I believe that people from all walks of life are strands of fiber from the same tapestry, woven together in a beautiful, chaotic, impossible way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're all a random amalgamation of stardust, held together by nothing more than circumstance, stuck on this spinning rock as we fly through space. Maybe we're all in a simulation. Maybe this is a video game, and when I pass on, the game ends and I'll be back in my real life. There's no way to know for certain. My heart, however, tells me that this isn't the case. It tells me that we're all transceivers picking up the same signal of consciousness that dictates our reality. Perhaps we aren't meant to walk the same path, but in the end, we return to the collective along with all those we love. My heart tells me that she is there, waiting for me. Thanks for watching. As always, be patient, be kind, and love yourself. See you soon.